Because if you don't know how much money you really need in retirement, it really becomes difficult to create an investment strategy that will provide what you need. Now, you can ask a lot of different advisors when they put together a portfolio or they assess what you have. You can say, how much risk is this? How much risk is in this? And the question is, well, not too much. You get that answer a lot, not too much. So what does that mean? Does that mean if the market goes down, I'll lose 5% of my portfolio? Or will I lose 55% of it? Which is it going to be? And so you need to understand the downside risk. Well, hello, everyone. This is Ron Corser with Cornerstone Retirement Partners. I'd like to welcome you to today's program. There's a lot of mystery going on in the markets. Why are they going down? What's going to happen? Nobody seems to really know or understand. A lot of guesswork going in. But today's topic was going to be something called the income gap. We've talked about that before. What is the income gap? That's the difference between what you need coming in every month from whatever source, Social Security, pension, disability income, everything. And the difference between that and what you need to maintain your lifestyle on a monthly basis. So if you need $6,000 a month coming in and Social Security and pensions only fill $3,000 or $4,000, let's say $4,000, that $2,000 difference is the income gap. That's what you need your investments, the life savings that you've accumulated to provide for you on an after-tax basis going forward. So we're going to talk about that, but I also want to touch base with something that's going on right now. And that we're in the midst of a steep market correction. Two things to understand. Number one, we've had an enormous run-up in the market since the end of October. So a correction, as painful as this may be or may get yet, is still somewhat normal. I've told clients and I've counseled them over the past 5 or 6 months to say, don't be surprised if the market goes down another 10%. That would be normal. We don't like it, but that would be normal. But here's the other thing that I want to spend a little time talking about. When the markets go down like this, we become aware of the risk in the market. And risk is an interesting creature. You know, we deal with risk in a lot of ways in our life. We deal with risk by buying house insurance, life insurance, medical insurance, car insurance, renter's insurance. And when do we buy those things? Because we're trying to eliminate a risk in our life, aren't we? We buy those things before the accident happens, before you need it. You buy it before. And there's a lesson in there for us when it comes to stock market investing. So if I've touched a little button on your heart line here, give me a call. I'm Ron Corser with Cornerstone Retirement Partners, 616-301-2581. That's 616-301-2581, or go to our website, www.cornerstone-rp.com. Put your information in there. We'll reach out to you. We'll help you any way we can with what you need in terms of information or actionable behavior kind of things. So let's go back to our kind of idea of what are we going to do with our life savings? We've had this enormous run-up. There are two things that as a firm and as an advisor I've done for many years. And that is simply this. Number one, doesn't it make sense and isn't it a good idea to be guided by this idea? Take the least amount of risk in your investments. Take the least amount of risk to get what you need. So going back to the first example here, if you need $2,000 a month after tax out of your life savings, that's $24,000 a year. Doesn't it make sense to figure out how to take the least amount of risk in how you do your asset allocation or your investment strategy to get what you need? Why is that important? Well, think about this now. The market is really picking a hitter right now. So if you've taken the most amount of risk because you want all the market, right now you're feeling some of the pain. You're getting all the market. And if you have to rely a lot on your investments that are stock market based, this could become somewhat of a problem going forward. So the first issue is always take the least amount of risk to get what you want in terms of income and some growth out of your retirement assets that are linked to the stock market. That seems to make sense. The second issue is this, is always understand that when it comes to filling this income gap that we've talked about, you want to fill it in such a way that no matter what happens to the market, today the market was down over 1% all across the board. It doesn't impact the amount of money you have coming into your checkbook every month from your IRA, your brokerage account, any other accounts that you may have. So those are two real key items to keep kind of in the front part of your mind when it comes to thinking about risk. Number one, always evaluate risk, but that's done before the car crashes. That's done before you get sick. That's done beforehand. And you can do that. We do that with our clients all the time. We evaluate the risk that they have in their current portfolio. If we have to make suggestions for changes, if it's appropriate for them, we always do that in terms of, are they taking more risk or less risk than what they have now? Because that's important. And the other issue is, how can we kind of put guardrails as much as possible on all the income that we need coming in every month from investments and things like that, so that we don't have to worry. If the market goes down another 8%, it's not going to impact your lifestyle one way or the other. So those are two really great planning ideas to consider. Always take the least amount of risk to get what you want. And always make sure that you've put together the most secure kind of income plan that you possibly can from a wide variety of sources. We can help with both of those things. So I want to encourage you, if this is something that you're concerned about, give us a call here at Cornerstone Retirement Partners, 616-301-2581. That's 616-301-2581. I'm Ron Corser. Look forward to being able to help you. You can go to our website, www.cornerstone-rp.com. Put your information in there. We'll reach out to you. So let's get back to where we were going to be before this market adventure. The income gap. Why is that important? Because if you don't know how much money you really need in retirement, it really becomes difficult to create an investment strategy that will provide what you need. Now, you can ask a lot of different advisors when they put together a portfolio or they assess what you have. You can say, how much risk is this? How much risk is in this? And the question is, well, not too much. You'll get that answer a lot, not too much. So what does that mean? Does that mean if the market goes down, I'll lose 5% of my portfolio? Or will I lose 55% of it? Which is it going to be? And so you need to understand the downside risk. We can help. We can actually put a number to measure the risk you have in your portfolio, stock market risk, bond risk. There's ways to measure that so you know what you're really doing and how much risk you really have. Hearing not too much from an advisor doesn't really give you a lot to go on, and probably doesn't give you a lot of satisfaction or confidence going forward. So we can help you really delineate how much risk you have, where it's coming from, and how an investment strategy that we might put together mitigates some of that risk so that you can maybe sleep a little better at night and not have to worry when we go through normal corrections. Now, we're talking about an income plan. We're talking about how do you manage risk. So far, if this is making sense to you and you want to talk to us about it, give me a call. I'm Ron Corser with Cornerstone Retirement Partners. Our office number is 616-301-2581. Our website is www.cornerstone-rp.com. Click on that, put your information in there. We'll reach out to you. So let's go to another kind of topic related to this. Why is an income plan important? Why is an income plan in writing important? Well, here's the best answer I can give you. If you have an income plan, and we create these for our clients, that's in writing, in black and white, it shows you where every dollar is coming into your checkbook every month, because you're living on all of this now, right? Social Security, pensions, IRA withdrawals, stock market withdrawals out of brokerage accounts, bank accounts, the whole 9 yards. If we create an income plan for you, it will show you in writing where every dollar is coming from, when it's going to come, when it'll arrive, and it will be there. It doesn't matter what's going on in the market. And the other part to this is really critical. If we can minimize the gap between what you need and what is either guaranteed or pretty secure coming in, meaning if we can increase that secure part as much as possible, as much as rational, as much as you can let us do it, if we narrow that gap, you're going to have a much more secure month, year, and a retirement plan. And that income gap is what kind of guides us to creating the income plan for you. What is the income plan? Well, that's how you allocate your money in different investments and kinds of securities that generate the income you need, that generate the growth, because everybody needs growth. You can't just put all your money in a 3-pound coffee can, bury it in the backyard, and hope that it'll be okay 10 years from now. Because what might happen? Yes, inflation will lead away at that, but you could get some sort of mental disorder and forget where you buried it, and it's a total loss. So we want to avoid that. So it's important to be able to put all this together in a way that minimizes your losses, give you the money you want and need, with an investment strategy that makes sense for you. You know, people ask about Bitcoin, for example. Well, I would never suggest you put a whole bunch of money, if at all, in Bitcoin until we have a really deep conversation about the risk involved. And it's the same thing with anything else. How much risk is involved in what you're trying to do and what you want to accomplish? And it's always up to you. Our job is to guide you. If you're our client, we will give you the guidance so that you will understand how much risk you have in your portfolio, or how much risk you're going to increase or decrease in your portfolio if we're working together and making changes. But you'll also know that we'll be able to provide the income you need to close that income gap, regardless of what's going on. So right now, we've got a market correction going on. How far down? I don't know. How long? I don't know. Nobody does. You know, people guess, the talking heads do on TV, but nobody really knows the answers to it. So in this kind of a situation, wouldn't you feel better? Wouldn't you be able to relax more if you knew how much money was coming in every month, that it wasn't going to change no matter what happens in the market, and that you're going to be okay? Wouldn't you like to know that? So if this is important to you, give me a call here at Cornerstone Retirement Partners. I'm Ron Corser. Our phone number is 616-301-2581. 616-301-2581. Go to our website, www.cornerstone-rp.com. Put your information in there. We will reach out to you and call you. That's a promise we make. It's a promise we make to our clients. Right now, the market's in turmoil. What are we doing? We're calling our clients and talking to them. You don't fall through the cracks with Cornerstone Retirement Partners. So again, give us a call, 616-301-2581. I'm Ron Corser. I really look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.
Tune into Cornerstone Retirement Partners' full radio program, Your Course to Retirement. Visit cornerstone-rp.com for many valuable resources, including those mentioned on this show and other great episodes of Your Course to Retirement.
The content of this radio show is provided for informational purposes only and is not a solicitation or recommendation of any investment strategy. You are encouraged to seek investment, tax, or legal advice from an independent professional advisor.
Ed Slott's Elite IRA Advisor Group is solely an indication that the financial advisor has attended training provided by Ed Slott and Company, passed biannual examinations on material covered at conferences and in webinars, and met other membership requirements, and does not constitute an endorsement of any kind. Ed Slott's Elite IRA Advisor Group members pay a fee for the educational programs that allow them to be included in the Ed Slott's Elite IRA Advisor Group. Membership does not guarantee investment success. Fiduciary duty extends solely to investment advisory advice and does not extend to other activities such as insurance or broker-dealer services.
Advisory services offered through Brookstone Capital Management, a registered investment advisor.
Advisory clients are charged a quarterly fee for assets under management, while insurance products pay a commission, which may result in a conflict of interest regarding compensation.
Any investments and/or investment strategies mentioned involve risk, including the possible loss of principal. Any comments regarding safe and secure investments and guaranteed income streams refer only to fixed insurance products. They do not refer in any way to securities or investment advisory products. Annuity guarantees are based solely on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing company. Withdrawals of growth from annuities may be taxable as ordinary income in the year it is taken. Individuals should review contracts for specific details of the product's features and costs. Early withdrawals may subject the owner to penalties, fees, or taxes.